to the following presentation of the National Football League.
We're about 10 miles due east of the U.S. Capitol building at Northwest Stadium in Landover. Tonight, a good one straight ahead. It's the Denver Broncos and the Washington off the play fake. Here's Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
So second down, and they'll run it. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
He'll stay on the ground. And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Ron Payne there for the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. Second down and 8. We'll go play action with Nix. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here's 3rd and 7. They'll throw. It's Nix. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
With to not only attack the defense early, but try to get an idea of what sort of matchups we're going to see throughout the course of the game. Now, all of that is thrown out the window. None of the plays take into account snapping it this close to your own goal line. They've got to try to get themselves some breathing room, pick up a first down or two. That will allow them to get back on track, executing the rest of that opening script.
A run here with the veteran. It's Austin Eckler. England lets it come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Nick Bonito there for the tackle.
Second and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Here's second and 9. Play action. Here's Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
He's going to try it here again. That is hot. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 76 yards. Touchdown, Washington. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead.
Commanders 7, Broncos 0.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. McLaughlin now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get going with their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. That is caught, and it's Troy Franklin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
First down. A gain of 27 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And that'll give him the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Now it's Dobbins. He is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
You saw the guard take a pass set, Mike. He's hoping that defensive tackle just races up the field, trying to sack the quarterback, and then you just hand the ball off to your back on the draw. In this case, the defensive tackle does a great job going from pass to run, and he's able to take the back down for a loss.
Left side. That's complete. It's Sutton. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. You can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
He's got it at about the 8. And he will get into the end zone. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Denver.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. He's got it. The Broncos will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. To return, it's McCaffrey. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Commanders' offense are now ready to get going on their second possession. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. He runs with it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. To the outside, into the hands of McClure. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Eckler. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, 4th down.
Nearly a good one. And hit at the 6, but continues in the end zone. It's a touchdown. The Broncos offense back onto the field for their next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. He's close to a first down. A gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
4 yards. That's good for Broncos. First down. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Broncos.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Dobbins. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the start.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Nix. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision, and that's why they're able to stop for no gain.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Broncos.
13 yards on the play. And the Broncos, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From a couple yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Denver first down.
First down, Denver.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter, and he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in running game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
2nd down, Nix. He finds his tight end, Ingram. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Here's a run. He slams it in there. He is in. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Broncos.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Broncos will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Commanders 7.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz is going to send this one away. To return, it's McCaffrey. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Commanders' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Here's a designed run. There he goes again.
On the keeper. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Nowhere to go, he is taken down. D.J. Jones in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
So, we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Broncos with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. The Broncos offense, and their running back set to go once more. Of 5 to start the drive.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Mims sent in motion here. On 2nd down, it's Nick. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
Throwing. Mix. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And now he's just single-handedly taking over this drive, Mike. I mean, they better find a way to neutralize him before he does more damage. Get more bodies on him. Take the protection to him. Either way, just get him blocked.
Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Quick to Debo. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. On the run to the right. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Brings up second and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's second and 9. Throwing is Daniel. Thrust to his right, and he'll avoid the contact. Sliding down, pick up the 6, and it'll be third down.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Third and short, and it's Daniels. He's got a man. It's McClure. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
First and goal at the 7.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Daniels now going to look to throw. That's taken in. It's Austin Eckler. And the tackle is made at about the 6.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Daniels to throw on second down. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn it to a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up third down.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. Third and goal. Now Daniels. He's got his big tight end. Zach Ertz. Touchdown, Commander. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Gay to add the PAT. He's got it. Commanders will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. McLaughlin now on the return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. Back to throw is Nix. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
The quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius, unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
Second and 10. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Nix to throw. Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out. Not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Short one there, he's got Ertz. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football, and oftentimes that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And he's going to be fouled up quickly after a gain of about 1. And Zach Allen there on the tackle. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. To throw is Daniels. That's caught by Eckler. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a 1st down.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
Trying to connect with the veteran Zach Ertz that time. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
He gets it to Samuel, left side. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
There's not a lot to this route. Man coverage, and you got a drag route. Give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad. Allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big gain.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
At the 17-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Now he'll just pitch this one out there. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Daniels going to keep it on the zone read. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
That's good for Washington. First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. Put the pressure on the defense to make the right decision. In this case, they decide to go after the running back, but it's the quarterback who pulls it and keeps it himself and is able to convert for the first down.
Eckler is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Now Gay for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead.
Broncos 14.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin first and 10. Throwing is Nix. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
Third down, they need 5. To throw is Nix. And that is incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that third down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
That is fielded at the 20. And some good running on that return as he takes it up close to midfield. Eckler and the rest of the Commanders' offense back out onto the field. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a first and 10. They'll go play action here with Daniels. Samuel has it working the middle. And they'll take this down inside the 35. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
First and 10.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and Just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Daniel's going to keep this himself. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Off his own read, Daniel's going to hang on to it. And he will take it in himself. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Gay to add the PAT. His kick is good. And the Commanders have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over once more.
They're on the 27-yard line.
Nick snap on 1st and 10. He's going to keep it himself.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
It is 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Pretty uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Next, from the gun, on 3rd down. He's got his man. He finds Sutton. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. 36 yards. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A run with Dobbins. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll throw. It's Nix. Over the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Broncos, first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing, Nix. He connects with Mims. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
This one caught at the 4. The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. Inside the 5, it is second and goal. They'll look to throw again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and I think that's a really smart decision. You certainly don't want to take a sack in any goal-to-go situation, or even worse, throw a pick. So understanding he still has 2 more shots at the end zone, I really like that decision.
Third and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes fourth and goal.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete. It brings up fourth down. Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Man in motion is Brown. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Samuel going to see what he can do. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Commanders offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. On the zone read, here's Daniels. And he'll give himself up here. It's a gain of 5 on first down.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
Daniels to throw on second down. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set down. He picked up the first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves job's more unlike than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He's beyond midfield to the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. They get 24 on that one. First down, Washington.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And in motion is Brown. Daniels now on first down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
And that is incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. And that'll set up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Broncos offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
First down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
There's a short one taken by Ingram. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
2nd and inches. A handoff as they try to run it here. And they'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
That's another Broncos first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs. We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And now it's 3rd and goal.
You know, kind of interesting. You don't see a lot of teams play dime personnel down here in the real low red zone, Mike, but great job by the defensive coordinator anticipating pass, right personnel, right coverage, and really muddied up that back end for the quarterback.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fight chance.
On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos are able to get it back within a score.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. He's in field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense ready to get back to work. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll motion over Samuel. Now Daniels going to give this forward to the receiver. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line.
Back at the 29-yard line.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Here's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Good coverage by the Hunt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
First down. A gain of 6.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On the bootleg, it's Nix. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
It's a loss of a yard.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good shot. Separating the receiver from the ball. And it is 4th down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
That one hits at the 3, but goes in the wrong direction for the punter. It turns out to be a touchdown. The Commanders' offense ready to get back at it. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels. That's hard. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover. And plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 3. Here's a run with Eckler. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Really nice job here defensively, not only to get the penetration and to clog those run lanes, but they're able to take him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Throwing now, Daniel. He's got a man, it's McClaurin. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A big play there for Washington. 31 yards.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. I'm this play caller. I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game. He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniel. And he'll take it on in. John Bates. Touchdown, Commanders. Now Gay for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. McLaughlin now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. And he's back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to.
This will be intercepted by Marshawn Lattimore. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return
but then they match it underneath with a man concept, and he doesn't see the defender until the ball leaves his hand. Big-time play by the defense and puts their offense in a great spot.
Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over, and they start in the best possible situation. It is first and goal. No handoff. He'll keep it himself. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
From the gun, it's a give to Eckler. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Third and goal coming up.
So on second down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on third and goal, I don't think you had any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
Third and goal. It's Daniel. That one, take it in. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Washington. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his fourth touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Gay to add the PAT. The kick is good. The Commanders tack on one more to their lead.
Commanders 42, Broncos 20.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. McLaughlin now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. They'll set up the screen to the McLaughlin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second and 2. Handoff now for Harvey. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Gets a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and 3. Work in the middle, that's Harvey. And that's going nowhere. Thrown down, literally and awkwardly, right at the line of scrimmage.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, like negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Jaleel McLaughlin. Touchdown, Denver.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense and then What can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot, and with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
Knicks and the Broncos now will line up and go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
To throw is Knicks. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Commanders 42, Broncos 28.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Samuel, going to see what he can do. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to get back at it. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Now Daniels. Now pass deep for McLaurin. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
On 2nd down, it's Daniel. Right side, catch made by McLaurin.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
The Commanders about to send this one away. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. That is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. See if he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
So back and forth they go as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's swung out to Harvey. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a 1st down as well.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Next, from the gun, on third down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in third and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
That's taken at about the 14. And it's a decent return. Gets some of that yardage back before he's forced out of bounds. The Commanders' offense about ready to take over once more. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. Into the secondary at the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That one good for 29.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
They'll go back to Eckler here on first down. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 9. They'll throw with Daniel. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion now. They convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. That's caught by Eckler. That'll be taken down after a gain of 9. Third down. Coming up.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
This one is pulled in on the feet in bounds. Yes! Very well. Touchdown, Commanders. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now Gay for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Commanders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
49, Broncos 28.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. McLaughlin now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back set to go once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. Nick now in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Javon Kinlaw in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
And this quarterback just continues to take a beating throughout the entire game. They have to find a way to keep him upright. Otherwise, I'm not sure if he's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
So often sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, I'd be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
That's going to be caught. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. On 4th down, here's Nix. Throw over the middle and be caught by Franklin.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 1. Straight ahead goes Harvey. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass. I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Commanders' 37-yard line.
Throwing, Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
2 yards.
That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
A gain of 20.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
And he'll take this one in. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Lutz for the extra point. He gets it to go. Broncos are able to cut into the deficit.
Commanders 49, Broncos 35.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. To return, it's McCaffrey. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They run this straight ahead with Eckler.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
3rd down, 3 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. Pick up there of 13. Good for our Commanders' first down.
That's good. For the Commanders, first down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
It's Eckler from the pistol. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Looks like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Off the play fake, here's Daniel. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
So often we see a team that's milking a 2-score lead get very conservative, especially in the 4th quarter, but not this coach. He says, all right, I might have a 2-score lead. I want to make it 3. He's trying to put as much pressure on his opponent possible here down the stretch late.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
To the air again is Daniel. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
That's another Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
On the give. It's Edwards. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. They run it once more with Eckler. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. Talk things over before third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
On fourth down, the Commanders send out Matt Gay to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Commanders will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Second down, they need 3. Back to throw is Nix. Now he'll run it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down. To the left side, into the hands of Franklin.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That is incomplete. Here we go. Here goes what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there. Works out as they convert on fourth down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that, we will let down.
The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout. And they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Second and 5. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
Play action now. It's Nick's. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Loss of a yard, and it's fourth down.
So it's a win here for the Commanders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.